Hello, Homo sapiens. This is Hoodoo Joe coming at you with another little update on Myrkwood Farms. And behind me here, you're seeing our easement. All this is about to be cleared. Well, not the trees, but all the brush. The people next door and the people who own the property around us are doing a little bit of cleanup. And walking you down the easement. We don't actually own this property, but where that pole starts behind me is where our property begins. Right by our little white van who we've moved out of the easement road area for clearing, and all this around here is going to improve soon. We've also moved our saw down to the light pole on our side of the property, and I'm going to flip right now and show you a little bit more of the place. Now at present we have the saw in two separate places, but ultimately we'd like to put it over here, right at the front of the property. To the right, you can see the dead grass where Jonathan's truck was parked, and Eric cleared out this whole area with our new Swisher trimmer mower just the other day. Right there we got some beams that we'll probably use for parking hubs or maybe for a tiny house structure. The tree right there, that big tall pine, that is basically the property line, that corner of the property line. So you can see where the pine company has acres of pine trees back there. It was cleared, I think, about 4 years ago, and that's the growth since then. But over here is where we'll ultimately have the saw. Right now we'll have to recharge the batteries by bringing them over to the light pole. Eric did a little burning the other day. But as you can see, we got a lot of undeveloped land here, and it goes back farther than I've been able to show you without a weed whacker to go with me. But we'll have more to show you in the weeks to come. Let me walk you over here to the saw and the rest of the improvements since our last video. Now this road used to continue all the way through in a loop, and that's why this place is called Johnson Circle. But the previous owner to us put a bunch of bricks back there where you see those trees growing now to keep people from coming in here and dumping stuff. Now we have our big diesel engine over here for our saw, and we need to move this out and move it down by the saw itself in the next couple weeks to get ready for the people to come in and do some clearing around here. But a couple weeks ago I showed you the progress so far on the rest of the farm, and now I'm going to show you a little bit of update. It's improved a little bit. We moved all of our cars, all of the cars that need repair over here behind our property line, and the hearse over here, which will one day be a part of Hearse Hinge or some other crazy structure we decide to build in order to be on Roadside America and have a fun kind of vibe around here. Of course, you've seen the well before and the little tank. This is my recently acquired Prius. My parents agreed to sell it to me for some labor. Basically, I could work it off helping them around at their house, and this is a very green car, and it's perfect to run a green farm from. My dad uses it as a truck because it's a hatchback and you can put 8-foot boards in there. Of course, the old tour van I showed you last time, and the chicken coop. This time the chickens are out. We lost one to a raccoon the other night during the storm when they got out. These are our pottery kiln that we're going to set up either in a tiny house, or once we restore the trailer behind, we'll set that up and have a pottery room. course, we still haven't gotten rid of the old tin camper here, but it's coming apart very soon. I want to show you the garden and the progression of the garden around here. Black-eyed peas are doing well. Something's starting to chomp on them, but those over there, either the chickens or some other animal kind of ruined them. They were just as full over there a bit ago. Basil's doing well, but it dumped over. Cucumbers and squash and such. Some of these may be weeds, and I just don't know it because I'm not a farmer yet. Our wildflower compost garden never really took hold, but some of the gourds are growing, so maybe we'll be able to make an instrument or two out of gourd soon. Most important improvement is the magic tree. Electricity to power the saw and a few other things. Now, I haven't been bringing you guys a lot of my regular content on instrument building and on literary commentary and prehistoric fiction lately because I've been spending most of my time out here working on this place, and the internet is limited. We have to use basically cellular hotspots right now. But we plan to go pick up a 10 by 25 kind of office shed to put a little office area in, and with that we hope to be able to get Wi-Fi out here, and I'll be able to set up a real computer instead of just tablets and phones in order to bring you guys more of the regular content, get all my updates on my computer so I can use my video editing software and such. It's kind of hard to do for an old schooler like me on a tablet, and we're about to have a big dump day, but I wanted to show you guys this saw. When this saw is running, it can also be, with that diesel engine, a generator to power whatever we want it to. And of course, most of what we have out here is going to be powered by solar, but the 100 amp really helps us to get us started, and it'll have limited use for lighting, security cameras, recharging batteries for the saw. There's my old Ranger, and it's having a little bit of problems with overheating right now, but I think I can get it fixed very soon, and that will definitely be the truck that takes us back and forth to the dump. We have no garbage pickup out here, although they did try to charge us for it, and we had to correct that for them. Old covered pool. Last time it was functional, I think, when I did a video, but something's wrong with the filter, and we need to order another one and get it running again. Not too much use we're going to get out of it this year. Old pop-up camper is working good. Pretty soon we'll have all this cleaned up, and we'll have hip camp tents. I'm going to get rid of this old thing. We've chopped down some trees around the house back here, and I've stacked all the wood that was formerly out in front out here. Got to clear this path so we can get to our compost toilet, which I'm going to show you right now. It needs to be painted and a door instead of this old, probably a screen door instead of this old shower curtain here, but it works very well for the time being, and eventually we'll get some Sunmars or market compost toilets out here. But this is basically the same setup that the hostel and the forest had until they got the Sunmars. They still have it and they still use it, but the Sunmars are kind of preferred. Paint job and some TLC, and it won't look so bad. These are the last couple stacks of woods I got to get behind the house. But we've got plenty of roofing here and lumber to start creating our tiny houses. And one by one, we'll replace the open lots and the tents with tiny houses until we are a tiny house campground, primitive style. Each one will be powered by a lithium battery and a solar panel, and they'll have Peltier or Peltier AC units in them and lights, things like that. And the good news is we are perfectly zoned for it, since we're half agriculture, half residential agriculture. And what one doesn't provide for us, the other does. We can have bed and breakfast out here. If we had 3 more acres, which it would be nice if we could get, we could have horse stables or even motocross track, but I don't want to do that, too loud. We've already gotten rid of using those generators, and we really want to do everything on electricity or solar from here on out. Eventually we'll get the trailer, as soon as we can afford to get a septic tank, we'll get the trailer going too, and it'll either be the mobile home's double-and-a-half wide. It'll either be a recreation room or we'll make it into a bed and breakfast. But we plan on using that saw to make siding, to make this look a lot more rustic and a lot more inviting. Well, that's all for now. Please subscribe if you want to keep updated. I'll be back with our regular programming very soon, and I'll also keep you updated on what we're doing with this farm. Thanks a lot, guys, and turn on the alerts, and I'll let you know when I got a new video going on, or the all-powerful YouTube will, that is.